Yo, hey, what's up guys? In today's video, I want to talk about Clan Boss again and how good Donatello is in there. He can make it basically work that everybody with an unkillable skill, AoE fashion, can work in there. I think I can make work Dimifa. I can make work, what's its name, Warcaster, for example. In today's example, I'm gonna show you why he is that great with a Man-Eater team. It is easy and simple. You have 3 champions that can be whatever you want. Just make sure that you don't have turn meter increase or something. Increase speed, for example. Those 3 champions can be, well, what's the speed line? From 160 to 168. You have many options in there. You can put a cleanser in there. Like my Mithrala, for example, right now doesn't use a cleanse. I want to make a point that it doesn't need to be like this, but you have many options to make it even cleaner and more easier afterwards. But the core base is that Man-Eater has a skill on a 5-turn cooldown, and our Donatello has his skill on a 4-turn cooldown. Wait, it's not that one. On a 4-turn cooldown that decreases the cooldown of every others by 2 turns. So basically, Man-Eater is on a 3-turn cooldown. And that makes it really easy to just do a 1-for-1 comp where everybody takes 1 turn besides Donatello taking 2 turns. So he also can use his passive, and that makes him especially great. I think he is such a great enabler because he can block the damage. Okay, now he will prevent you from dying from a single target hit. In our case, it can also kind of trigger when he does the AoE attack, but since we do have Unkillable on our team, it is no problem. So how that looks, wait, let me quickly make sure that I showed you all the presets and all the thingies, so nobody has intention to blame me for it, because sometimes I do forget. What does it look in practice? We're gonna go in there, and our Man-Eater with that speed tune will do his skill every time for the AoE attacks. And when the single target attack is about to happen with the stun, we will get prevented from KO by our passive from Donatello. And that makes it so huge. Usually when you have some crazy setups, there's always this one turn with the stun that really bothers you. It is super annoying. But since he's gonna save us up from the damage, that is the first part that is really good. But also, the boss puts a stun out there, whoever gets attacked. But since Donatello is gonna decrease your cooldown of your skills, you will actually have your main skills ready all the time, and that makes it especially spicy. And of course, there's 2 champions that cannot get stunned. In our case right now, because we don't have block debuffs or something for the stun. That could be easily solved by having a buff extender. Then you have 3 turns on a decrease defense on everybody that, and not decrease defense, block debuffs, and you won't get the stun anyway. But since I said already, if you won't get stunned on your Man-Eater or your Donatello, I always say the name a little bit wrong, but you know who I mean. It doesn't matter because you decrease the cooldowns anyway. So whatever you have in line, they do, like a Geomancer, for example. He would take a little bit longer to get his HP burn back out there because, yeah, he just gets stunned, for example. But since he gets decreased on his cooldown, that doesn't even matter. And you can do another block debuff champion in here. You could put a Doom Priest in here. It is pretty easy. Just for example, when the Doom Priest, you make him the fastest out of the 3 that needs to go from 160 to 168. Let's talk about quickly the speeds. Yeah, 160 to 168 on a DPS or support or whoever wants just to be in there. And for your Man-Eater, it's 172 right now for me. I don't know the ranges right now. It's a little bit spicy to calculate and stuff. So I would just say 172. Speeds are totally okay. Until now, we don't have crazy speeds, and that also makes it especially spicy. And our Donatello needs the most speed. But since we don't need any defense values or something, it's just about speed. It's from 228 to 238. It makes it kind of easy to get. I think those numbers are not ridiculous, and that's why I like him so much. He can enable some stuff really nicely and early for you. Of course, in our case, we have to pull a Man-Eater. Probably I make teams work with Dimifa, Warcaster, Helicav, if you like that video a lot, like, I will make them all, no problem, but I need your guys' support. So, yeah, in our case, we need to pull the man-eater. Later on, you can probably have some others if you press that like button on the video, so I can feel great again that I hopefully I helped the early people out there a little bit out. That would be actually nice. But yeah, that's kind of the team. We get a solid, unkillable team together without even having like the crazy stuff and even those stunts, and it's amazing how good he is. And you can do like other teams, 2-1, where all your champions go 2 turns while the boss takes 1 and all of that. So yeah, and you see the damage right there. We will take quickly a quick battle thingy. I did that team a couple of times because I wanted to check everything is stable, and it was. To make it a little bit more juicy, for example, the thing that could happen for you, let me put that out of the way, is that your man-eater or your Donatello gets stunned and they fall out of line. But like I said already, a buff extender for the block debuffs from man-eater would totally solve your problem. Or you put a cleanser in there that is actually is about these 3 champions right here. He has the quickest speed, like from 160 to 168, and he probably has like 168, 167, and the others are a little bit slower. And that guy is your cleanser, and he will totally fine with cleanse that thing all the way up all the time. Do a quick battle. This is not meant, I didn't pull like super crazy stuff on my champs. This is not meant to do like super crazy and ridiculous numbers. I just want to showcase how good Donatello can be. And there's probably something else that we don't see right now that really helps out people. So I showed you the preset already. I'm gonna go quickly into my gear because maybe you think like I have the craziest gear in the world. I kind of have a really good Finer? Fane? Yeah, Fane. But you can use other champions. She is not the ridiculous most OP champion in this thing. So you can do other things that you will totally minimum get the 2 key with this key. No problem. Especially if you have like a Geomancer or something. But she does actually have some stats in there, like 7,000. Yeah. They're actually a little bit too crazy, but I had an easy preset in there that kind of was the speed already. So I took it because of laziness. But hey, I did other teams and it's always over a 2 key. Don't worry. So yeah, like stuff right here. I don't have a relic. Blessing, I do actually have one. I'm sorry for that, to be honest. I should have probably removed it, but there is no chance to actually remove it. Masteries are like this. She is the best one that I have on this team right now. So let's just quickly, wait, I can use actually recently used first. That is so amazing when it actually works, not like in Hydra or when you do free week group and they don't are in here. But anyway, let's talk about Mifrana. I just took her because it was kind of easy. She gives me an increased attack for Fane? Yeah, Fane. And that was kind of the purpose of her. She does also give some poisons right there, so it was kind of nice. I turned off her cleanse, so I make a showcase that you don't need one. It's actually okay. And Masteries are like this, nothing too crazy. And Donatello. Okay, he looks also really crazy, but keep in mind, guys, HP, defense, all that doesn't really matter because, yeah, the stats are, I did something else with him. The stats are crazy, but you don't need that. You just need the speed. And like I said already, 228 to 238. And like the preset I showed in the beginning. Another champion, he doesn't even have like really a lot of things on because I just needed the speed. So 162. Again, 162 to 168. Totally fine. Also keep in mind, Masteries, like that gives you turn meter and stuff, they're all forbidden. They do not to use them, not at all, or your run will fail. So keep that also in mind. And yeah, I put him in a region set, so he always has a nice heal when he takes a go. So he will not be targeted by the skill of the stun skill of the boss. So that is quite a recommendation I can give you. There's also the chance that you just use War Master and the healing mastery, but sometimes it's a little bit luck. Do you get it if you have other champions that also have this? It could be that your man-eater is the lowest HP and the boss is attracted to hit you. But yeah, that's about it. I think I will make another kind of thing about him in Unkillable teams with the Miffa, Warcaster, Helicav, and maybe you have some others in mind that I actually don't remember right now. That would be cool. And yeah, that would be it of the video. Make sure to press that like button, subscribe if you haven't done already, and yeah, have a nice day.